Hi everyone, it's Lillian here. Welcome to another Monday evening of crafting time together here. I am coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada, and love spending my Monday evenings with you. So as you hop on and tune in, whether you're watching it live or the replay, I'd love it if you would just say hi or let me know you're watching in some way or other. That would be great. Now, I have a question for you. Do you ever find that you've had maybe a Stampin' Up! Catalog for a while, you thought you'd gone through it thoroughly, and then all of a sudden you notice something and went, I didn't see that before. And you want to say, did you see this? Did you see this? I've had that happen many times. Hi, Judy, welcome. One of the times was recently I saw someone use the rose and gold metallic specialty papers from the annual catalog, and I hadn't paid any, somehow I had missed them, and they're gorgeous papers. Well, tonight I am going to share something that you may have missed from the mini catalog. So let's go down to my desk and see what that might be. Here we go, going down to my desk here. And there we go. And while I'm getting things set up and organized, in our area, it was the first day back to school. And then in Edmonton, the first day back to school, I think, is Wednesday. So it's a little bit different all over. But when you were growing up, did you have any back to school traditions in your home or special things that you did or memories? One tradition that we had, and this is going to date me, was going shopping for school supplies at $1.49 day, and it was always a wild and massive zoo, and then coming home and then getting to write our names on everything and that kind of thing. So that was one of our traditions. I loved it. Of course, I loved stationery stores still to this day, and that smell of new paper and freshly sharpened pencils and all that kind of thing. You might also have maybe had a special meal that you had the night before school started, or that you enjoyed the day school started, or what kind of thing. So if you have a special back to school memory, please share it with us here as I'm getting organized. So thank you so much. And I've just forgot to do one thing, so I will do this while you are leaving me that message. All right. There we go. I always think I know what I'm doing, and then I find something else that I have forgotten. Each time, I'm really creative that way. So here is the catalog. Oh, yes. Woodward's was the $1.49 day. I think one of my jobs was to stand in line and keep the place because it was... You think it's a mob at a rock concert? You should have gone to $1.49 days back in the day. On the annual back to school photo out on the sidewalk. Yes, that's always was a good one. And I still enjoy seeing those shared today by different people. So that sort of marks our growth chart for when we're growing up, isn't it? Those back to school photos. Okay, so in this catalog, on page 11, so here is this is what's on the other page. Over here, there is something on this page that you might have missed, and it is this right here. It's just a little corner. Now, they've shown some samples here of what it can be, but it's the Kraft Gift Boxes, and they're really, really neat. So I thought I would share a little bit about them for tonight. So let's take that out of the way and bring them in. They come... Hi, Catherine. So glad you're here. Hi, Linda. So glad everybody's here. Now, the Kraft Gift Boxes come in a package like this. There's 10 to a package. Now, I am just about through this one package. And one of the reasons is I made them with my downline. So... That's how come I went through quite a few. So they come like this. The plastic window is already in, and look at the adhesive is already on there too. So let me just show you what I made with my downline. And this was sort of the jumping off point. So you can stamp on this, no problem. We chose not to in case we wanted to use it for something else. So we made a belly band, and you could make your belly bands nice and wide or narrow if you wanted. Use these, oh, I just love these snowflakes from the mini catalog. You might have missed them too, with the penguin, and then to the coolest friend ever. So though we're using wintry stuff, and this is that penguin paper from Celebration, it doesn't have to be wintry. Now let's take a look at the size of these boxes just before we go. And just while I'm getting that undone here, I had somebody ask, what is a downline? Well, a downline is somebody who signs up to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator under me. So they've gone to this website here and clicked on join now, and they've taken advantage and got the best deal in the book, and then they're part of my team and we do some fun things together. So when you open this up, you've got this nice box. Now what would fit in here? Well, let's just take a look. Here is a regular size card and envelope. They fit in there beautifully with room to spare. You could even put in a little pen or something. So that's one thing that fits in. Something you might not have been aware of, or else you might have heard me talk about, is what is called Assorted Memories and More Cards and Envelopes. This is in the annual catalog. Something else you might not have noticed. And what they have 2 sizes of cards. They come already cut and scored. You just have to fold them. This is the one size with the envelope. Whoops, that's the next size I grabbed. So it comes with a matching envelope. I'm not going to dig down. And then there's the other size that is this size, and it has the matching envelope like that. So if you are wanting to make a set of cards quickly, these are ideal because the cutting and scoring is already done for you. But these cards here are actually a smidge bigger than our regular size cards. But look, they fit in here perfectly too. So either size card would fit in here. So it would make a great gift to do a package of cards up. But that's not all. Let me just share a few more ideas. So when in doubt, of course, you can always put candy in, right? Or you could do a coffee package like that, or a hot chocolate package. Or if we were getting off of the food kick and you have some crafting friends, you could put some embellishments in here. What else also fits in here are blends pens. So you could put a set of blends pens, all the new in colors or something in there as a gift. So they are a decent size. There's all kinds of potential. So we're going into Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, and there's always birthdays and just thinking of you types of occasions. So this is the perfect card. It's also good for teachers if you're maybe doing a back to school thing or just an encouragement. Can you imagine this with Post-it notes and some things like that in it? It would look great. Now, I showed you with this belly band here, so that was lots of fun. But what about if we brought in the Celebration counting sheep set and the die set, and we could do a little belly band with the fences? We're not going to tonight, but I just wanted to share that with you. And we could have the little sheep here, and we could have some sheep cards peeking out there, and that would be lots of fun. So there's one direction my mind went before I settled on what I was doing tonight. So I've been playing with these boxes for a while, and then I saw someone, or actually I've seen 2 or 3 people share how to turn them into shaker boxes. So let me just share that with you. First of all, we're going to make the box. Then I'm going to sort of like a shaker card and decorate it. So let's bring in this first of all. So this is the right side. So you can see the adhesive on the right side, but if you flip it over, you can see the adhesive here where they've glued the window sheet down. Now what we need to do is bring in our bone folder and really score those scored lines, or yeah, just really fold them, burnish those folds really, really good, like that. So you have getting nice, sharp folds, because then you have a nice, sharp box, right? And then I'm going to, it's time to put it together, I'm going to share how my downline taught me something, because I did it wrong the first time, or I did it not as effectively as you could have. And they were able to share with me, so we learn from each other when we make things together. And just about there. And this, my grandkids love folding these scored lines for me. They do a good job of that. There we go. So you could have your kids help you, whatever. So now I instinctively wanted to make the bottom into the box shape, but it works better. Let me just bring this back in. If you make the lid into the box shape, and that is because then when it's closed, these two little tabs here don't stick out. When I made it the other way, these looked like they were going to fly away. They were always flipping out. So this is how you can balance that out and not have that happen. So we can still, doesn't matter where we start it all. So let's peel the backing off of these. I'm just using my Take Your Pick tool. You can use your fingernails. You can use whatever works. Now, if I had been going to stamp this, I would have stamped it flat before I assemble. So if you plan to stamp it now. Actually, well, no, I'm not going to. You know me, I have another idea just as I'm talking to you, but I'm not going to do it. Then you're just going to fold the corners up and push them together. It's just that easy. So we'll do it this side. Put this down for a second. You just kind of want to make them square. So let me show you. So I'm going to pull that back, line up the edges so they're straight, and then push that flap back, and then we've got it perfectly like that. There. Now we just have these two to do, and we've got the box made. So I was also thinking, wouldn't it be fun to put dog treats in here with that dog and cat paper, or cat treats with that dog and cat paper in the mini catalog? I think, what are some other ideas that you think you could put in this box? So now we've got this. So to put it together, I'm just going to push it like that. And then we've got the box made. And then you can decorate it however you want. Tonight, the last time I showed you the box, it was going this way. We're going to use it this way tonight. And we're going to now turn it into a shaker card. So I wanted to show you how to make the box, but I likely should have done this step before I folded it. But it's all good. The first thing I'm going to bring in is our adhesive strips. Now, I have some here. They come long like this, and I tend to cut them in half. I find them a little bit easier to use. So what they are, they're like dimensionals, but they're in long strips. And they're a little bit deeper than a dimensional, but they work great, and they are super for making shaker cards or whatever. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to follow along the edge where the craft paper meets the window sheet, just inside, but not too much inside, because this is going to be a shaker card. And then at the corners, I'm not going to cut. I'm just going to bend this like that. Now the thing that you want, because we're going to put shaky stuff in here, you don't want to have any spaces. So do not leave a space. Make sure you've either overlapped or got it butt right up together like that, and just follow the shape around. This bends nicely, so it's not a difficult thing to do. So I'm going to take another strip. Just want to make sure it's not showing from the front. Yeah, no, not getting too close. Always good to check that. And if it was, I could peel it up and readjust it. There we go. We're just about there. Like that. And now I just need a little piece here. Oh, I think I've got one. And make sure I've got the sticky side down. And it goes, woo, now didn't that work out well? If you have it too long, you can just cut it off, or you can have overhang. So now we've got it like that. Just going to move this out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in something else that you just might have missed in the mini catalog. So did you see this? The subtle simmer, let me try that again. Subtle shimmer sequins. Now don't say that fast, or go ahead and give it a whirl. So we're going to take, now you can rub this with your dryer sheet or something to remove the static, but it's going to work out okay if I just put a few pinches of the sequins in. Now these are, as you can see, they're white and they're silver, and they are in two different sizes. There are little ones. Oh, some stuck to the lid. Wasn't that convenient? There's a little silver one there, and then a bigger one. And they're the same in the white, and I think there's like a clear as well. So now we've got it like that, and I've got some on my fingers. There we go. And now we're going to peel this backing off, so it's just like a dimensional. Now, what I really don't want to do is flick this box right now, because I would have sequins everywhere. So notice I'm kind of holding the box down as I'm peeling. There we go. Okay, so now my fingers are stuck. There we go. So now what we want to do is put some paper on there. So this paper that I'm using is 4 1/4 by 6, and it is from the gorgeous Peaceful Place, I believe it's called. So I am going to show you this paper in a minute, but you can likely see that it's got some shimmer to it. It looks like a night sky. And remember, this box is this is going to be where people are looking. So I want the bottom here. So there we go. I have to always talk to myself when I am putting paper in. So I'm just putting it in, trying to keep it relatively straight. Now look at, we've just turned the box into something that shakes. Now I could have put images in there too. If I was using the penguin or the sheep, I could have put some sheep floating around in there too. Wouldn't that have been fun? I think so. So anyway, let's close this up and decorate the front. Oh, I see some hearts. Woo, I'm glad you're liking that. There we go. So now we're going to decorate it. But before, I'm going to show you that paper before I forget, because you know me, I get sidetracked. Now, I have made my usual little chart. It's the Peaceful Place specialty. And here we have all the different ones. And what coordinates with it is black, basic gray, silver, and smoky slate. But this is one of those papers you have to see the full sheet. And when you see it in person, it's even that much better. But let's bring in the package here. So here is, I cut off here for our box tonight. It was like this section here. So this would be great for scrapbooking, but it's card making, all kinds of things. And it's just, look at the shimmer there. I'm hoping you can see it. And then on the back of that is just this design, which you've just seen. And then there's this one here, and this you can cut and make cards out of it. It makes beautiful. So it's got 4 sections. But you could then cut that into more sections if you want. Such gorgeous. Oh, such. I see some of you saying, yes, this paper is gorgeous. Yes, it is. And then it's got the trees on this side. Then here we've got snowflakes, which I always love my snowflakes, but it's just, I just love this. And then we've got our buffalo check here, which again is a huge favorite with all of us. This here almost looks like eyes sometimes, but I think it's actually bark, but it is just the neatest paper, and it gives almost a Van Gogh-ish abstract type of look as well. So you can take this paper a lot of different ways. And then on the back, there are the trees. So there, isn't it gorgeous? Oh, have I said that enough times? Then there's this, which I almost used in our box tonight. And on the back of this one here are the little chalets. You just kind of want to curl up in one of those with a fireplace and a good book and watch the snow come down. And the detailing, there's the fox and all that. And then last but not least is this one here. And again, this is a perfect sheet to cut down the middle and then cut sections. And you've got your card. You can even stamp down here. Beautiful like that. And then on the back is this design here. So gorgeous, gorgeous paper. It's beautiful in real life. I just have to say that. And so that's the paper that we used. So now, what stamp set are we going to use? Some of you asked if I would, that said that you would like to see something done with whimsical trees. And I am enjoying whimsical trees, but tonight we are going to use it on this box. So whimsical trees actually is a super duper stamp set. I had to use 2 magnets to hold everything, and we're missing one here because I've got it in action. And then there's this great here. I've used these for snowflakes. Just think of this coming at an angle down this way, and it looks like snowflakes behind a tree. Great words. I've used that. And of course, I always love the word joy. So with my dies, I always like to do a little chart so I can see it. So here we've got the stars, the ornaments, this little swishy thing that would decorate a tree. Another one, this here, I saw Rhonda on here. She made a beautiful card with this the other day that I saw. And then there are these. So some cut out the stamped images, some are standalone. And I've actually been really addicted to these little ones here. So I've used them a lot. So let's just see where my brain went here with this card. So here's box. First off, I am going to bring in something else you might have overlooked because it was in the Halloween section. It is this black and white gingham ribbon. And what we're going to do first off is just tie it around the base here. Now, when I use my ribbon, I'm one of those people that likes to leave it on the roll so that if I don't give myself enough ribbon, I can adjust it. Or if I've given myself too much ribbon, I can adjust it. And then I cut it, and I'm all happy. But some of you I know like to cut your ribbon first, and that's good too. And I wasn't paying attention how I twisted that. Sorry. That's, as those of you who know me well know, if I'm talking, who knows what I might do. I get so easily distracted. And that's why I often don't respond to your comments in real time, but I will come back there. That's and answer them much better, Bo. There we go. So you just play with it a little bit. And if you don't like tying a bow, you can always tie a knot. There. And we've got that part done. So then what I did was I did some die cutting. And I did the die cutting beforehand. So I die cut this tree here. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this could go here. I just love the white on the craft color. And this could go here, like that. And then I could put these little ones. So I'm making a forest here, right? Oh, I forgot one step. This one here needs a little something. So I brought in some of this new silver foil that we have, and I cut it out with this die. Now let me show you the silver foil. When you get the silver foil, it comes with, ooh, let's see if we can get rid of some reflection here. I don't think we can. But there's your regular brushed silver. Sorry, folks. Let me see if I can get it a little lower down, if that helps. So there's the silver brushed foil. So there's that color. Then there's almost, I don't know, a pewter there. And then there's one that's brushed. They're all brushed. And this one's almost got a purpley hue to it. But they've all got silver as their basic kind of thing. So what I did was I took adhesive sheets, and our adhesive sheets are so good with intricate dies. So adhesive sheets, they're I think about 6 by maybe 12. Let me see. Yeah, 12. And then I cut them up, and I keep every little scrap because I use them at some time or other. And you'll notice that the adhesive sheets have these slits in them, and that's to help you peel them off afterwards. Now, where I use them tonight, they're pretty little, so they may or may not have worked. But what I did is I put some adhesive sheets on the back here, so that when I peel the silver off, or the die off, and it's got this gorgeous stitching in it, like that. Look at that. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but it's gorgeous here in real life. It already has the adhesive on, and I can now stick it here, and it's going to be decorated right off the bat without me having to worry about glue. So let's bring this in. And so sometimes it's hard to see where to start it, and because this is so fine, you don't get to take advantage too much of those little dividing lines. But look at, it's going to be sticky underneath. There we go. And just get that little bit more. There. Now we've got one very sticky, sparkly garland. So let's bring this back in, and this is how we're going to decorate this tree. So I'm going to just barely touch it down, because that way I can adjust it if I need to, in case this little swirly, swishy thing got out of place. But there. Now we have it. So look at that. So this will kind of pick up the sparkle in the sequins like that. So I'm going to just glue this down. And I could just use liquid glue on that because that's going to go on the box itself. So there we go. We've got that one down in place, and that's kind of like our anchor. Now this one is going to go here. So I'm going to concentrate my adhesive on this side. I didn't use the adhesive sheets on this because I just wasn't sure where I wanted the adhesive. Wasn't sure I wanted them all over. I think it would likely have worked just fine. I was being overly cautious, but it will work just fine. There we go. So there, we've got that down like that. If you wanted to stick it down to the window sheet, I would just use a glue dot or something like that. And then we've got these little trees, and again, I have put adhesive sheets on the back. These are just the cutest little trees. I just find adhesive sheets nice, especially for the trunk. Otherwise, I don't bother gluing the trunk down. But that's just me. So there we go. That one. And one more. And we're nearly finished this little box, folks. But I have just a few more things to show you. Okay, so now it's going to be, oops, I saw it come. There we go. That was me bragging about the adhesive sheets, and now, there we go. So we've got it like that. Now we've got this wonderful little whimsical tree collection going on here. We've got this happening here. We've got the shaker happening here. And I'm actually a very happy camper here. So now I'm just going to bring in the word joy and put it on dimensionals. And I think we're nearly there. And then I'm going to show you a few tricks about adhesive sheets and that kind of thing. So put joy, I'm going to just pop it right about there. And I could add jewels or other things, but that is our little box. Isn't that cute? Wouldn't that make a wonderful gift? Whoever received that would feel pretty special, I think. I know I would. So let me just show you a little bit about an adhesive sheet, and then I'm going to show you some more samples with the whimsical trees. So I've just got a piece of polished pink here because it will show up so nicely. And I've got just a piece of adhesive sheet. Now, when I want to put adhesive sheet on some cardstock, I always make sure my adhesive sheet is just a little bit smaller. So you love that box? Oh, Judy, thank you. I'm just loving it too. So I'm glad you like it. The reason I want it smaller, it's going to be going through the die cutting machine, and you don't want to stick up your plates or anything or your dies. So now remember I said there were the little slits here. What I do is when I find the slit, I roll one side back. Now this side is sticky, but I keep it there for like this. So I use it like a handle. So I stick just the end down, trying to get it straight, and then I peel that off like that. If I peeled this off and then tried to use it with my fingers, your fingers would get so sticky, you would not be happy. Trust me, I've been there, done that. So now all I'm going to do is just butt that up. I could leave space if I wanted. And there, I have got adhesive sheet on there. Turn it over, add the die, and I'm ready to go. So that's how adhesive sheets work. So, I'm seeing lots of love for the box. Oh, I'm so glad. Actually, I'm kind of in love with it too. Let me show you a couple of other projects cards using the whimsical trees. Some of these you've seen before, but I just wanted to remind you, there's this one here. So again, I just used, whoops, this one's coming apart. The trees here. So there's that one there. This is a brand new swap I just got. So it's a fun fold card. I got it from Joanne Ralston. So she's used the designer paper and the snowflake, and she's cut the trees out of the paper. I really liked that there. And then this one you've seen before, the mini slimline, and I just used that sprig right there. And then we have this one here that again I got in a swap, and I like how they cut the snowflake in half and had it going like that. And then here's one using the trees as a silhouette. So this is not a Christmas card. This is like a sunset, I would think, or a sunrise. For me, it would be a sunset likely, and some words, and you've got a card like that. So I wanted to share those. And then I wanted to just share a couple of cards using that beautiful paper that we saw earlier on that we used at the back of the box here. So I lost there were words on here. I lost them. I'm going to have to go looking. So just imagine that there were words on there. I didn't realize they were missing, but you see how the paper just forms the background, and then this is that metallic silver, and then this is the one that Joanne from Stamping Staycation made. So there's that one. I'm going to put that somewhere else because it's sticky. Then I have to show one more card. I'm back playing with my Give It a Whirl cards or dies because I need some more granddaughter ones. So here it is with the sheep. So there we go like that. Now I want to help you. Oh, sorry. I know there are a few of you that are going to love this sample. Can you imagine this card done with, say, this dog or this cat? Isn't this fun paper? I think you could do so much with this paper. And let me just show you the paper. So you can use the paper as is. You can cut out the images. And then on the back, you've got these great ones. And here are the cats and dogs in the stockings. Just makes me smile. And I know some of you are in love with this paper here. And like that. And then there's this. I've made cards just cutting out some of these, and then the parrot with the mail. It's like that. Then we've got stockings. You can put whatever you want peeking out of the stockings. Some more cats, dogs, and goldfish. And like that. And then this one and like that. So just fun paper. Now, just if your brain is going in overload right now, let me just remind you about something. It is celebration. And if you purchased the Whimsical Trees bundle, it's $70. Ta-da! What does that get you? It gets you a celebration item. So remember, when you're shopping, if you're close to $60, you kind of want to adjust it, because maybe you want some of those fun celebration items. I do anyway. So if you were making this, other than the bundle, what we used here is we used the Kraft Gift Boxes. We used the Peaceful Place specialty paper. We used the silver foil specialty paper, the subtle I cannot say that tonight. Subtle shimmer sequins, and the black and white gingham ribbon. And those items, when you add them together, are $65.25. So that would get you another celebration item. So totally, remember to check that little marker. The other thing to remember is, if you have a huge wish list and want the best deal in the book and want to become part of my team, you can become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And remember, in celebration, and I'm not trying to flog a dead horse, but I just don't want you to miss out, is the reason I'm sharing this. If you sign up to be a demonstrator, you get $165 worth of product of your choice for $135, no shipping and handling, no GST, plus you get to choose one of these bundles here. And guess what? One of those bundles is Whimsical Trees. It's worth $70, and you can get it for free. So I've had several people sign up just so that they can get that extra special deal. So just something to think about. Now, before I go, I have one last thing I want to share with you. Something that's coming faster than we can quite believe it, because we're having a hard time saying goodbye to summer, but September 11th is just around the corner, and that's Stampin' Staycation. So for $52, you get tons of ideas and fun, and get to join a whole online community. It's an online stamping retreat that you can do from the comfort of your home and whenever you want. So it's being released September 11th. You can do it that day, but if you're busy that day, you can do it whenever it works for you. So if you want more information, or if you want to register, then go here. Or maybe you saw my Facebook post earlier today. So just scroll down a bit and you'll see the link there as well. So don't forget to register, because it's coming up really fast. And the people that have registered are already having fun. So I'm going to go have some fun with this box. Thank you for joining me tonight, and take care. Bye-bye.